History remembers them for their iron fists and unyielding control. Dictators. The word alone conjures images of oppression and cruelty, but behind the stark pronouncements and the chilling spectacles of power, there were human stories. These were individuals with desires, motivations, and complexities that shaped their paths and, in turn, the world. This is not an attempt to glorify their actions, but to understand them. By delving into the untold stories of dictators, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that shape our world. We uncover the human element within the historical narrative, revealing the nuances of power and its profound impact on humanity. Augusto Pinochet, the name evokes fear and loathing in the hearts of many Chileans. He seized power in a bloody coup in 1973, ushering in a brutal dictatorship that lasted for 17 years. Pinochet's rule was marked by systematic human rights abuses, with thousands tortured, killed, or disappeared. Yet amidst the darkness, a strange paradox emerged. Pinochet, a staunch anti-communist, embraced radical free-market economic policies. These policies, implemented by a team of economists known as the Chicago Boys, led to significant economic growth, but at a terrible social cost. Inequality skyrocketed and social programs were gutted. Pinochet's legacy remains deeply controversial, a stark reminder of the seductive allure of order at the expense of freedom. In the annals of Cold War history, Enver Hoxha stands out as a figure of intrigue and isolation. As the dictator of Albania for over 40 years, Hoxha transformed his tiny Balkan nation into a hermetically sealed fortress of communism. Paranoid and fiercely independent, he severed ties with both the Soviet Union and China, forging a unique path based on his own interpretation of Marxist-Leninist ideology. Hoxha's rule was one of absolute control. He created a cult of personality, ruthlessly suppressing dissent and isolating Albania from the outside world. Religion was banned, and contact with foreigners was severely restricted. Despite the hardships he imposed, Hoxha's legacy is complex. He modernized Albania and fiercely defended its independence, albeit through brutal means. His story serves as a stark reminder of the seductive appeal of ideology and the dangers of unchecked power. Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, the last Shah of Iran, ascended to the peacock throne in 1941, inheriting a nation grappling with modernity and tradition. Backed by Western powers, the Shah embarked on a series of ambitious reforms known as the White Revolution. He sought to modernize Iran's economy, empower women, and weaken the influence of the clergy. However, his autocratic style, coupled with rapid social and economic changes, alienated large segments of Iranian society. The Shah's secret police, Savak, ruthlessly crushed dissent, further fueling resentment. His reign, once a symbol of progress, crumbled in the face of the Islamic Revolution in 1979, leading to the establishment of an Islamic Republic. The Shah's story is a cautionary tale of the limits of modernization without genuine social and political reform. Section 5. A world shaped by tyranny. Dictators, by their very nature, reshape the world around them. Their impact extends far beyond their reign, casting a long shadow on the future. They manipulate economies, redraw borders, and rewrite history to fit their narratives. Their actions, often driven by paranoia, ambition, or a warped sense of destiny, leave lasting scars on the social fabric of nations. The world we live in today is, in many ways, a product of their choices, their victories, and their failures. Understanding their motivations and the consequences of their actions is crucial to navigating the complexities of the present and shaping a more just and equitable future. Section 6. Beyond the Iron Curtain of History, Understanding Dictators. To truly grasp the impact of dictators, we must look beyond the simplistic narrative of good versus evil. Dictators are products of their time and place, shaped by historical forces, personal experiences, and societal anxieties. Their rise to power often exposes vulnerabilities within societies, exploiting existing divisions, economic inequalities, or political instability. By understanding the factors that contribute to their rise, we can better identify and address the warning signs in our own time. This requires critical thinking, empathy, and a willingness to grapple with uncomfortable truths about human nature and the seductive allure of power. Section 7. The ripple effect. Dictatorship's long shadow. The effects of dictatorships often outlive their architects. The trauma of repression, the erosion of trust, and the legacy of violence can linger for generations, impacting a nation's political development, social cohesion, and economic progress. Even after a dictator's fall, the scars of their rule can continue to shape a nation's trajectory, hindering democratic consolidation, fueling instability, and perpetuating cycles of violence. Recognizing these long-term consequences is crucial for developing effective strategies for transitional justice, reconciliation, and sustainable peace-building. Section 8. Remembering, not glorifying. The stories of dictators are often fraught with brutality, oppression, and injustice. It is essential to remember these stories, not to glorify the perpetrators, but to learn from the past and prevent the repetition of such horrors. By understanding the factors that contribute to the rise of dictatorships, the methods they employ to maintain power, and the devastating consequences of their rule, we can become more vigilant guardians of our own freedoms. We must remember that the fight for human rights and democracy is a continuous process, requiring constant vigilance and a willingness to challenge abuses of power, no matter how small they may seem. Section 9. A time for reflection. As we delve into the complexities of these untold stories, we are confronted with a fundamental question. How should history remember these figures? Should they be defined solely by their atrocities, or is there room for nuance and understanding? There are no easy answers, but by engaging with their stories, we embark on a journey of reflection, confronting the darkness within human nature and the fragility of our institutions. Ultimately, the study of dictators serves as a stark reminder of the importance of individual responsibility, critical thinking, and active citizenship in safeguarding our freedoms and preventing the recurrence of